Hey everybody, Liz Levine with Signature College Counseling. So this week's Tuesday Talks with Liz, we're going to talk about, does income affect college admissions? It's a very good question, and it's not necessarily a straightforward answer. So let's first talk about finances and financial aid. So colleges have buckets of money, right, that they can award to students. Many schools have a bucket that's merit-based, right? So something along the lines of, well, Susie, you're accepted to our school. We're going to give you a merit scholarship of $20,000 a year for 4 years, as long as you maintain a 3.0 GPA, right? So that's out of their merit money bucket. Not all schools give merit money. There's plenty of schools that will meet 100% of need, financial need, and not give any merit money. Typically, those schools are the most selective schools in the US. And then there's the financial aid bucket, right? It is not an infinite bucket, along with the merit aid bucket. Merit aid is not infinite. That bucket, that the money that's in there is not infinite. Same thing with financial aid. So schools have to decide, if a student has financial need, how much they're going to award them. So I have a lot of information about expected family contribution and financial aid. So I certainly encourage you to go to my website, signaturecollegecounseling.com, and look at my blogs and videos, my blogs that I've written, videos that I've recorded that speak to financial aid and expected family contribution. Expected family contribution, which is an important piece of the financial part of the equation, is what the federal government and our institution says what you can pay for 1 year of your child's college education. That doesn't mean that they are going to cover the remainder. On the contrary, they can decide to only cover 40% of the amount. They may only decide to cover 60% of the amount. There's some schools that cover 100% of the amount. But that being said, going through the admissions process and going back to the question of, does income affect college admissions? Well, if you have financial need, right? If you filled out that FAFSA form, you get back that expected family contribution right away. If some of these schools, you have to complete that CSS profile. That if you're deemed to have financial need, there's some schools that have much deeper pockets than others when it comes to awarding financial aid. So you may be a student that's, has a good likelihood of getting in academically, but financially, you have some significant financial need, and they don't necessarily have the money or are going to award you that money, which also tells them if we don't award them this money, they really may not come to this school. On the flip side of it, if a student does not have financial need, right? They filled out the financial aid forms, or they just know that their income is way above where it would warrant that student would get financial aid, then and it's a school that meets 100% of need, but this family doesn't have financial need, that student may not get any money because that school may also not have any merit money. So if you don't have any financial need and you show that, can that help on a small level, I would say, with college admissions? Yes, it can. The family, of course, has to be aware that if their son or daughter gets in, that they're probably going to pay full boat. Now, there's also many schools that reward merit money, right? Award merit money to students. And so for a family that doesn't have financial need but cannot pay the full boat at many of the schools, they may want to apply to schools where merit money is awarded and where their child is more at the upper end of the applicant pool, so that way they can potentially get some merit money. But the short answer of it is, does income affect college admissions? It absolutely can. Being a full pay student can benefit you. That's not to say that you should go to a school that you and your parents can't afford, and that's going to put you in incredible debt. I feel that that's a very bad mistake, for lack of a better word. So I'm hoping that helps understand that landscape a little bit better about, does income affect college admissions? It does. It absolutely can on a certain level, and it's going to vary by school. Liz Levine with Signature College Counseling, making your college admissions journey easier to navigate.